Welcome back to Living the Next Chapter. We're looking at the Mission Hope book. Have you got your copy yet? Come on. Mission Hope. We're on a hope mission. Yeah, and you're invited. Today we have Ipek on today. Ipek is in Canada. Yay, woohoo, Canada. So I'm happy with that because I'm in Canada. And she comes on to talk about her chapter in Mission Hope, Char Murphy's book. You got to go get yourself a copy now. It's out. It's available. Head out to the links in the show notes. Get your copy. Leave a review. Share it with somebody. Ipek's on to talk about her chapter in the book. Here's a little clip from Ipek and her thoughts on the book and her story. And we'll get into more of it just after this. Here we go. Here's a little bit from Ipek.
So this is a story that I didn't tell publicly before. It is something that happened related with my professional life, and it impacted me so dearly that I ended up leaving my profession as an executive assistant and my over 20 years of career, and find a new path for myself, which turned out to be a coach and meditation teacher. And even though at the time it hurt me so badly, this is why I am here right now. Like, that triggered a huge shift in my life that took me to a totally different place where I'm having the best time of my life. So that is exactly why I wanted this story especially to be in Mission Hope book, because I'm not young. I'm over 53 years old. And this happened only 4 years ago. And I shifted my life. And I'm so happy right now that if I could do this, anybody could do anything. So that's the message I want to give people. It's never too late to make the changes you want to make in your life. You need everything. You have everything you need in you already. And there's only one person who's stopping you from going where you want to go, and that's yourself.
Okay, everyone, welcome to Living the Next Chapter. I am excited to have a guest on. We're talking about a combination book where authors are getting together, and Char Murphy is the one that's leading this. The book is Mission Hope, and there's a lot of great people I get to talk to as part of launching this book. And the authors are coming on to talk about their chapters. And today, Ipek Williamson is on, and she's going to be talking about her chapter. And I'm so excited to meet somebody. And if you're watching on video, you get to see the biggest smile in the world. Ipek, welcome to the podcast. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you so much, David. I'm so happy to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's great. Now, we chatted just before we hit record that your background and your family heritage from Turkey, and with all the things that are happening in that country right now, I just wanted to acknowledge we have listeners in Turkey, and we're thinking about you. Ipek, your background is from there as well. I don't know if you would like to just give a greeting to the listeners that are there that are struggling and trying to put things back to normal, if that's even possible after the earthquakes. But would you just like to, I'll get out of the way, would you like to say hello to our listeners in Turkey?
I would love to, David. It's a very unfortunate situation, and thousands lives are gone, and like buildings are gone. People lost their homes, their loved ones. It's a very sad situation. And of course, my all prayers and good thoughts and feelings are constantly with them and going out from my heart to everybody impacted there, not only in Turkey, but neighboring countries. So it is a hard time for my patriots in Turkey, and I hope things get better and better every day. But it's really hard to say much, because you don't get to say anything when people lose all their families and everything they had. So that's going to take a long time to be healed and build back. But we are here for them, for everybody who's suffering, and like sending donations, sending our prayers, sending our love and thoughts for them. And we hope that things will get better soon.
Yeah. And that's the one thing, I believe we were talking that this happened during the night. So people would be at home, comfortable in their beds, safe and secure in their home, where we run to for safety, and, that's our place of refuge. And to know that became a very terrifying place to be, and then people that are displaced and have no place to go now. I just wanted to acknowledge them at the beginning, and, having you here with us today to get your insight and your thoughts as well, that really helps. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Excellent. So you are in Ontario, Canada. That's great. So am I. So we're like neighbors, kind of.
We are
a little distanced away from each other. But I'm interested to find out, Ipek, how did you come across working with Shar with this book? It's 18 authors getting together, writing chapters, compiling this book together with the whole idea of offering hope. And you have a submission, and you're part of the team. And I just talked to one of the authors in Finland before we got on here, and now I'm talking with you. I'm interested to see how you connected with Shar in the first place about this book.
Well, Shar and I were connected on LinkedIn, and we are a part of a platform called Biz Catalyst 360. It's a platform for writers, authors, speakers, and people who are working on making the world a little bit better in as many ways as we can. So that's where we connected, and we got to know each other. And then when she was planning this project, and because she knew me and she knew about my story, she came to me and said, I think you might be a good person to share her story with this book, because it's a hopeful story, and the book is Mission Hope. And I thought, I think I can. Yes, I will do that. And I said, yes, and here we are.
Nice. Now, have you written anything in the past as an author?
I wrote over 200 blog posts.
Wow.
And then I wrote a chapter for another book, Begin with the Breath book. And it was about a coaching framework and how it impacts others. And then I wrote a children's book.
Come on.
Yes, Little Fauna is loved, safe, and never alone.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't even realize that. Okay, you got to show that again, please. I got to see this. When did this book come out?
It was right a year ago
Really?
in February, actually. Yes, Little Fauna is loved, safe, and never alone. And I just actually donated 200 of them to the literacy organization here, local in Sarnia, for them to give to newborns in our hospital here.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, all right. So now you got me on the kids' book. I love children's authors. I love the heart behind it, and to get to see great visuals. Like it's a different type of book than other books. So congratulations on that. That was a surprise to me. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. And that book is a reminder of the goodness that human beings have in their hearts. Because there's I know we are going to be talking about Mission Hope, but this other book is so purposeful because I want grandfathers, grandmothers, parents reading this book to their children to realize this. Like, this is where we want to grow our children's into. Like, human beings are good in the core. Let's not assume with the bad. Like, let's not start with the bad. Start with the good. So that's the idea with that book.
So we'll put a link to your books in the show notes, because I'm sure I'm going to have people go, wait, what was the name of that book? So go to the show notes. We'll have links. Please go buy this book. For donating so many, that's wonderful of you. Now let's all go out and buy the book and help share that message about that. So thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
So tell me a little bit about your chapter. I don't want to give any spoilers away. I want everyone to buy Mission Hope. So let's not give everything away. But can you tell us a little bit about your chapter and your contribution to the book?
Of course. So this is a story that I didn't tell publicly before. It is something that happened related with my professional life. And it impacted me so dearly that I ended up leaving my profession as an executive assistant and my over 20 years of career. And find a new path for myself, which turned out to be a coach and meditation teacher. And even though at the time it hurt me so badly, this is why I am here right now. Like, that triggered a huge shift in my life that took me to a totally different place where I'm having the best time of my life. So that is exactly why I wanted this story especially to be in Mission Hope book, because I'm not young. I'm over 53 years old. And this happened only 4 years ago. And I shifted my life. And I'm so happy right now that if I could do this, anybody could do anything. So that's the message I want to give people. It's never too late to make the changes you want to make in your life. You need everything. You have everything you need in you already. And there's only one person who's stopping you from going where you want to go, and that's yourself.
Ipek, your message resonates with me. I'm 52. I'm at a crossroads where I am in my life. So you're speaking to your target audience right now. So thank you, first of all, for writing this. Now you got me for sure to come to your chapter in this book. 100% got me. What is your advice to someone like me who is at a crossroad? There's that fear of being over 50 and the time clock is ticking, and I'm not in my 20s and I'm not as career proof, I guess, in the sense that you can just jump to another job and You don't have the responsibilities of financials and mortgage and all these things that tie you to a job that maybe you don't enjoy. What's the secret to getting to a happier place?
Actually, you know what, David? You are at a perfect place in your life. Because when we look back to the previous generations, what was the norm? The norm was life, the term of life was much shorter. People would die earlier. And so retirement would be like 50, 55, you're retired, you're done with everything. And just 10, 20 years later, you die and go away. But things changed along the way. Now, 50 is new. I dare say 30. And you know what is better even being 30, but 50 is you feel like you're 30, you have the power, you have everything you need as if you were 30 years old, but you have another plus. You also have the wisdom, experience, life experience. So I think this era, this time is the best for 50 and plus people. This is our time. Because we have the physical strength, not like people were a few generations ago. We are we are good in technology and using it. And we have so much experience, as I said. So the people who are like you, like me, I think this is a new chapter of their life that will get only better from this point on.
I like that you said new chapter because that's kind of the podcast name. So
yes,
snuck that in there. I love that. Yeah,
but do you agree with me?
I totally agree with you. The wisdom, the knowledge, and you're right about the technology. Like technology doesn't scare our generation as much as our parents that are ahead of us. And we know how to use the technology to help people. So while the younger generation is developing great new technology with really no idea of how it will impact, we know how to take that technology and do things like this, share a message with the world and impact other people. So I love that.
Look, David, today, the smartest organizations have young people to bring in new technology and older people to bring the wisdom together. If you have only young people or only old people in your organization, that's a recipe for lack of success. I'm not saying disaster, but it's not it. When you bring together the power of everyone can bring to the table and diversify your team, you're the strongest.
Exactly. And you need that balance. You need the balance of the two. Definitely. Mm-hmm. What is your message of hope through this book then for people like us that are going to come to this chapter? What do you want them to walk away from this chapter with? What kind of things are you gifting to us through your words?
I will get to that. But before, you said something about what at this stage of your life, you don't have a mortgage to worry about, you don't have much responsibilities, that kind of stuff. So that's another big plus, that now you can make time for the things that give you the most joy, most bringing you to a place of flow. Or you can take your hobbies and make them your main focus, not just something that you do on the side, but do it. When I turned 50, I made a promise to myself. I said, from this moment on, I will only do things that give me joy. Joy will be my North Star. And if something doesn't give me joy, I won't be in it. And I kept my promise. And I'm so proud of myself for doing that, for showing integrity toward myself, because that was it. So I want people to put joy to their, like, in front of everything, because we come to this life to enjoy it, not to go by like days and worrying about things and this and that, like listening to outside noise all the time. We are here to enjoy this life. And the thing that I would like people to go with when they read my chapter is that sometimes something happens that you feel like it's going to kill you. You feel really, really, really bad, and you're really worthless. But then afterwards, you find out that that was your turning point. Without experiencing that, you wouldn't be able to get to the place that is much better for you. So what I want people who read my chapter to see is, well, anything is happening in your life is happening for you, not to you. It is happening for you to learn something from it and get to the next step, next phase, and use it to grow into who you are, who you want to become.
Beautiful. What have you learned about yourself writing this chapter?
It's difficult to be vulnerable, putting yourself out there. And at first I questioned myself, am I okay with writing all this? And then I thought, yes, I am. Because if I don't write this and I keep that story to myself, I will be depriving someone who might be going through the same thing. And I'm depriving them from getting the wisdom and experience and knowledge that I'm sharing here. So, and I say that to my own clients, coaching clients. I tell them when they want to do something, but they have imposter syndrome. They feel like, who am I to do this? I tell them, don't do, if it is difficult for you to do this, then remove yourself from the equation and look at it from a perspective of who might benefit from this, and do it for them, not for yourself, but for them. When you put other people first, it's going to get much easier for you to do it. So I decided that, I'm doing it, and I'm writing it, and I did.
Do you have a message for Shar that you'd like to share?
Well, Shar is an amazing person. And actually, I'm in the process of writing a recommendation about her because she's amazing. And I would love more people to benefit from her services as a coach and as someone who's putting together this beautiful books. And she's an amazing author herself. So I'm honored to be a part of this really beautiful, very extraordinary, like outstanding group of authors. And she put these people together.
Yeah. And I love that it's a collection of people coming together for one focused mission of hope, and that everyone's contributing. And you don't really get a sense of what it all looks like when it's done. You just know your piece.
Yeah.
And I'm excited to see how all this fits together with stories from people around the world who are contributing, and how each little piece makes the puzzle work and completes the puzzle, right?
And exactly. And the stories are totally different, like from people from different phases in their lives, and stories about totally different things. So each story will be like opening the door into a new world.
Yeah. I love it. And then what I love too, Ipek, is the fact that your chapter, had it not been part of this book, would not have completed the puzzle. So your chapter is very important in this book.
I am so glad that you used the word puzzle, because I always say we human beings are pieces of a big puzzle. And that's why, as in puzzles, not one piece is more important than the other. We are all the same, and we are as worthy as anyone. We all are same. Piece of oneness, piece of a big puzzle.
And equal contributors.
Exactly.
Right.
Nobody is less than other.
Every voice matters, and every voice is needed. And you need to share your story and help people, because the only person who has your story is you. No one else can tell your story. Right?
Absolutely. Yes.
So with that in mind, Ipek, thank you for sharing your story. I'm looking forward to reading your chapter. I'm looking forward to seeing how all this fits together. And our thanks to Shar for pulling this all together and getting this started. And what a great project. And what I love too, when I talked to my guest in Finland, is she said that she loved the fact that she got to have a bunch of new friends are doing this book and connecting with fellow authors and contributors and building a community around the book herself. So she was excited for that. So thank you for being part of this community and part of this book, Ipek. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this all plays out.
Thank you so much, David. Thank you for the opportunity. And I really enjoyed this with you. I don't know, maybe because you're a fellow Canadian, my neighbor. I don't know, but it has been a lovely chat.
It's fun to meet great people and to learn and listen and grow. And I just love your spirit and love the smile. And thank you for sharing your thoughts about our friends and family in Turkey as well. And we are thinking of them at this moment, and we wish them well. So
thank you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
sending all my love and light to everybody.
Thank you. Hey, thanks for being here for the podcast Mission Hope, Thriving Through Seasons of the Soul. Came out March 24th, 2023. 18 amazing authors, all corralled by the amazing Shar Murphy. If you need some inspiration in your life, please go to the show notes, follow the links, go purchase the book, gift it to someone, buy copies and leave it in your waiting rooms of businesses or a dentist office. Just go out and buy the book and support these great authors, many first-time authors, first-time podcast guests. A lot of firsts happening here. Shar Murphy, thank you. Dominic Damaski, publisher as well from Motivation Champs. Thank you so much for bringing together these amazing people, and to have these authors on a podcast here to talk about their chapters is so great. So encouraging you, go out, check out Mission Hope, Thriving Through Seasons of the Soul. Get your copy today. Thanks for being part of the podcast. Catch you on the next one.